Hi guys, it's Frankie, and today is a little different. We are doing a little story time art. So I was thinking about like animating this a long time now, and then I realized I don't have the time. I do not have the patience to do such things. So what we're gonna do is just a little story time while I draw for you guys. Alright, so um, I went to Malaysia, I think around July. I can't really remember. I know it was like for a birthday or something. Or I think it was before that. I'm not quite sure. Alright, okay. So I went to Malaysia when I was still working as a mortician. And my mom booked the flights like last minute. So I had to like work around it because I also had a schedule for Red Cross for a week. So the thing is with Red Cross, the training is only for a week. So it would make sense that you don't miss any of the trainings at all. So I had to plan around those. Luckily, my sister was nice enough to pack for me, so I didn't have to worry about like packing. So the moment we finished up the Red Cross thing, we headed it on out to Malaysia, which was cool. It was a nice thing. It was the first time I ever went out of the country, and I gotta tell you, the first time I ever went out of the country, it was. I don't understand how people like traveling. And when I went out to the plane and had to line up for immigration, I even I was even more confused. Like, why would people put themselves through this? This is confusing. Why why do people do this? Why? Just a whole lot of why. Because the line was long, it was uncomfortable. People were cutting in front of us, and then I mean, uh, they're not Filipino. I'm just gonna say that they're not Filipino, so they pretended that they don't know English, or they usually, you know, how do I say this without sounding so bad? They pretended to, ignore us when they fully, fully know well. They know fully well that what they're doing is bad. Like they're cutting in line, and something horrible. That's what they're doing. Something horrible. Not too horrible. My sister got mad, but at that point, she was like, oh, just let them cut in line. While some people were a little distraught that we did that, it's just, I don't want to pick a fight at an immigration, so we just let them. And me and my brother were the type of people to, not try to pick a fight with people in general. Mainly because I'm a pacifist by nature. Any like confrontation was like bad. I didn't like confrontation. And same with my brother. He doesn't like to do, confrontation too. Anyways, so my first time, that wasn't like the first time I ever flew in a plane. By the way, I've flown before. Excuse me. I've flown before, and the first time I ever flown was like locally. So it was my family going to Cebu. My dad thought it would be a nice trip since he was doing something there for Knights of Columbus. If you don't know that, it's kind of like a church thing. It's an exclusive member for like male churchgoers. I can't really like elaborate on it that much because I don't know a lot about it in general. So please forgive me if I get it wrong. Anyways, uh, this was the, I guess, third time going into a plane, because you're flying back to your place, so that would be like the second plane ride. This would be the third time. The third time I went into a plane, um, the seats were like, when you're expecting to fly with a family, you'd expect them, sorry, you'd expect them to, to be seated together. No, that was not the case at all. Am I at the right layer? Alright, I am at the right layer. That was not the case at all. So what happened was, since it was a last minute flight, my mom only got to book tickets that were available. So mainly when you're getting just available last minute tickets, uh, what they give you is like, what's left. Like, people didn't book this because the family members weren't seated there. So we were all scattered. The only problem was my mom had to be seated next to my dad, because my dad's a senior citizen and he needs help up just going to the bathroom. So luckily my seat was right next to dad's. Not right next to, like, my seat was an aisle seat. And then I told mom, like, oh, this is my seat, do you want to take it? Because my dad is kind of a proud man, to say the least. He doesn't like it when his female children help him. There. I try my best to make it not sound so bad. But yeah, he doesn't like, my dad doesn't like his female offspring to help him out with basic stuff like go to the bathroom, um, eat. He doesn't like it when I try to feed him. He yells at me when I do that. But anyways, enough about my daddy. Uh, so my mom took my seat and I had to take her seat, which is also an aisle seat, but like a few rows back to the middle. I was around in the middle aisle. Anyways, so I had that. I didn't mind the aisle seat. I think I much prefer it in a plane, mainly because it's closer to the bathroom, and I have a tendency to, when I'm nervous, I tend to pee a lot. So I was nervous at this plane ride, mainly because it was international. I didn't know the language. I'm pretty sure I might get lost, but luckily in Malaysia, some of the Malaysians speak English, which is great. And the temperature isn't that cold. It's actually not that different from Philippines, which is also great. It's really good. Anyways, during the plane ride, not much happened except for the fact that I almost died. I almost died in the plane ride. Okay, so let me explain. Um, how do I explain this without sounding like a total idiot? I had to go pee. And what do when you had to go pee? My boobs are not that big. What do you do when you had to go pee? Um, well, you kind of have to, get up from the seat and then go to the weird little bathroom that's super small, which it makes sense if it's in the plane. Uh, and then you just have to drop trow. And that's not the problem. The problem was, here's the kicker. The moment I sat down and I was like taking a poop. That's right. I was taking a poop. I wasn't, Actually, no. Was I taking a poop? Oh, wait, no. I wasn't taking a poop. I was taking a pee. And when I was about to get up from my seat, the turbulence sign went on. And I was like, oh no, this is how I die. Um, oh no. The moment the turbulence sign went up, uh, I came flying. I was flying. I was flying around. My butt kissed every every inch of the walls, all of the four walls in that bathroom. Yes, all of the four walls. And what was funny was my sister was in the other bathroom, not on the other side, but just right beside. Because at this plane there were two bathrooms, like one at the front and two at the back. One at the front is the one near the, what was his name? Near the pilots. The pilots usually take that bathroom, and some people at the front row. And what happened to my sister, whoopsies, what happened to my sister was, oh, this is how I die. Because she was changing my nephew's dirty diaper. And I don't know if you have ever had this feeling. I think it's a pretty rare feeling. My sister saw a flying diaper, like up in the air. It was full of poop. It was full of poop. And she was like, oh no, this is how I die, with a poopy diaper. Luckily enough, she managed to grab the poopy diaper before it could do any damage. And then after that, the flight attendants helped her out, because believe it or not, that believe it or not, they wouldn't prioritize you. Like, you almost died from, being pantsless during a turbulent sign, staying on. But a woman with her child almost died with the turbulent sign on and a dirty diaper. So they helped her out first, and I was like, okay, that's fine. When I was going back, I was still like flying around, like not like flying around, but for the fact that sometimes when you walk during a turbulent flight, um, sometimes your footing just decides not to be footing. It just decides that, oh, you should learn how to fly. And that's what happened during the flight. The flight going back was pretty much the same. It was the same thing. I flew and I almost died, but this time I wasn't going to the bathroom. This time I was just on my seat. Going back, it was like a window seat, so I decided to go to the bathroom immediately when I saw the seat that I had was a window seat. Then I said, oh, I should go pee before anything happens, because I knew for a fact that if I kept going with, no pee pee in my system, I would definitely have a hard time, because the one who was sitting at the aisle was my daddy, and as I've told you guys before, he needs help just getting out of his seat. He needs somebody helping him go to the bathroom. So that's why I had to go before the flight started. Anywho, boo. That was just the flight. I still have more stories in Malaysia. But anyways, I'm just gonna finish it up here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'll have, more memory than this, because I'm currently recording on my tablet without the SD card. So hope you guys like this one. This is a little different. I don't know if you like it, but let me know. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.